Clippers and clampers presented by Dr. K. Srinivasulu from St. Peter's Engineering College. What is a clipping circuits? What are the components are required in clipping circuits and clamping circuits? So these are the main important points in clipping and clamping circuits. So now I am explaining about the what is the clipping. Clipping and clamping are the applications of the diodes. So in previous class also I am explaining diode and its applications. What are the applications of diode? Clipping and clamping also one of the application of the diodes. Okay. So here how to use the diodes in clipping and clamping circuits. So here first of all, so what is a clipping circuit? Let us see. Clipping circuit is a wave shaping circuit and is used to either remove or clip a portion of the applied wave in order to control the shape of the output waveform. So that means here clip means clipping and remove or cutting. So here clipping means remove or cutting. So here, so what you are remove? Input signal. So the input signal is AC signal. So that AC signal consisting of a DC. Okay. So unwanted materials are removed with the help of the clipping circuits. So that's why the clipping circuits are used to remove the unwanted errors, unwanted noise. But in previous class already we have learned in half-wave circuits, full-wave circuits and bridge-wave circuits. In a half-wave rectifier, so many drawbacks are there. The noise are there. So in full-wave also some noise also there. In bridge-wave rectifier also we have some noise. So that thing that noise will remove with the help of the clipping and clamping circuits. So that's the main objective of the clipping and clamping circuits. Okay, auto clipping of the input signal. So here one important point, clipping means cutting or removing. Please to remember, very, very important meaning. Without understanding the meaning of the clipping, we cannot do anything. So here clipping or clip means remove or cutting of the unwanted material in input signal. Okay. So next point. So one of the most basic clipping circuit is the half-wave rectifier. Okay. A half-wave rectifier clips either the negative half cycle or the positive half cycle of an alternating waveform. Alternating waveform means AC signal. The AC signal is always applied to the input side. Okay. And allows to pass only one half cycle. Okay. In a half-wave cycle, in half-wave rectifier, during the positive half cycle, only half positive portion will allow. During the negative half cycle, there is no signal. Okay. So next, clipping circuits are also referred to as voltage limiters, amplitude selectors, or slicers. Okay, clipping circuits sometimes also called the voltage limiters, amplitude selectors, or slicers. Please to remember, so sometimes the clipping circuits, some textbook authors are referred to as the voltage limiters. Sometimes I use the amplitude selectors or slicers. Don't confusing. Clipping circuits sometimes also is called voltage limiters. Sometimes it is also called amplitude selector. Sometimes it is also called slicers. Different authors, different styles are using the words. Okay. Next point. Clippers are used to eliminate amplitude noise or to fabricate new waveforms from a existing signal. Okay. So here the main object of the clippers to eliminate the amplitude noise, to eliminate the unwanted material, to eliminate the unwanted noise, and then fabricate new waveforms. So once you remove the noise, automatically you will fabricate the new waveforms at the output side. Okay. Next, classifications of the clippers. So here, clipping circuit consists of non-linear and linear device. The non-linear device generally used for clipping are diodes and transistors. Okay. So here, so non-linear device, example, diodes and transistors. According to non-linear device use, clippers may be classified as diode clippers, transistor clippers. So diode clippers means in a circuits, whenever using a diode, that is called a diode clippers. So whenever using a transistor, the transistor clippers. So whatever may be, even diodes and transistors are used in circuits. So object automatically at output side to eliminate, to reduce the noise. For that purpose only we are using the clippers. Different method. Sometimes we are the transistors, sometimes are using diodes. So whatever may be, but our output is to reduce the noise. Next, according to biasing, so the clippers may be classified as unbiased clippers, biased clippers. So here, unbiased clippers means without power supply, without DC. That is called unbiased. So biased means when you are connected the DC supply to the resistor, to the circuit diagram, that is called biased clippers. Very, very important. Unbiased or biased. Unbiased means there is no power, there is no DC. Okay. So biased means compulsory power supply will be there. Okay. Battery compulsory connected. So that is very, very important. More time in clipping and clamping circuits, you are using unbiased clipper, biased clippers. So don't confusing. Unbiased means DC. Biased means unbiased means without DC. Biased means compulsory DC. So please to remember always unbiased, unbiased, unbiased. Why I am concentration these two words frequently in a clippers and clampers, not only clippers and clampers, wherever you go in electron circuits. So this is unbiased, this is the bias. So that means power supply, DC compulsory. Whenever apply the DC automatically is the biased. Without DC, unbiased. So that is very, very important point. Next, according to the configuration used, the clippers may be series diode clippers, parallel or shunt diode clippers. A series combination of diode, resistor and reference supply. Multi-diode clippers consisting of several diodes, resistor and reference voltage. Here, series clippers and parallel clippers. So here, what are the series diode clippers? Okay. So here, so resistor and diodes. Resistor and diode are mandatory components in clipping and clamping circuits. Next, according to level of clipping, the clippers may be positive clippers, negative clippers, biased clippers, combination clippers. So there are two general categories of clippers, series and parallel or shunt. The series configuration is defined as one where diode is in series with the load, while the shunt clipper has to the diode in a branch parallel to the load. Okay. So, these are all the basic fundamentals of the clipping and clamping circuits. So when you are understanding these basic points, automatically you will catch all the points about the clippers and clampers. So these are all the basic things. So basic points of the clippers and clamper circuits. Going on the circuits, automatically you are confusing without understanding the basic points. Okay. So diode clippers and overview. The basic components required for clipping circuit are an ideal diode and a resistor. So these two components are very, very essential components in clipping circuits. Next point. In order to fix the clipping level to the desired amount, a DC battery must also be included. DC battery. So whenever DC battery is connected to the circuit, that is biased. Without DC battery, that is unbiased. Fundamental truth of the biased and unbiased. So DC battery is there, that is the biased. Without DC battery, that is unbiased. Okay. When the diode is forward bias, it acts as a closed switch. And when it is reverse bias, it acts as an open switch. Okay. Once again, I am repeated. When the diode is forward bias, it has a closed switch. When circuit is closed, automatically the current will go throughout circuit diagram. So when it is reverse bias, it has open switch. Open means there is no power supply. The current is not passing to output side because of the diode is open. The gate is open. So that is the difference of forward and reverse bias. So different levels of clipping can be obtained by varying the amount of voltage of the battery and also interchanging the positions of the diode and resistor. Diode and resistor, these two components are very, very essential components in clipping circuits. This is series clipping or parallel clipping. How can it identify with depending on the diode and resistor connections only? So series clippers, parallel clippers. What is the difference? Only the two components, diode and resistors. Connections are very, very important. So depending on the features of the diode, the positive or negative region of the input signal is clipped off, and according to the diode, clippers may be positive or negative clippers. So these are the basic points of the clipping circuit. Next, what is the positive clipper and a negative clipper? So here more number of circuit diagrams are there. Please all of you observe these circuits. So in positive diode clipper, in a positive clipper, the positive half cycles of the input voltage will be removed. The circuit arrangements for a positive clipper is illustrated in the figure given below. So here different diagrams are there, positive series clipper and positive shunt clipper. So this is input waveform. So that input sine waveform is applied to the series clipper. So the diode and resistor. The diode is connected to the series with the RL load resistor. So positive clipper means only positive portion will remove. That is important. Positive clipper. This is the positive series clipper. So positive clipper means the input signal of the AC signal will remove only positive portion. Only positive portion will remove. That is called positive clipper. So next, shunt. The diode become a parallel with the RL. That is the shunt, positive shunt clipper. Okay, here one point important. What a positive series clipper mean? See, positive series, the diode is connected series with the load resistor RL. That is series clipper. When the diode is connected to the parallel to the load, that is called the shunt. It will become a shunt. But Positive clipper means only positive portion of the input signal is removed and remaining negative portion will be there at output side. So that is the clarity of the positive clippers. Okay, next. So here diagram A, the diode is kept in series with the load. During the positive half cycle of the input waveform, the diode D is reverse biased, which maintains the output voltage at 0 volts. Thus cause the positive half cycle to be clipped off. During the negative half cycle of the input, the diode is forward biased and the negative half cycle appears across the output side. Okay. Next, figure B. The diode is kept parallel with the load. This is the diagram of the positive shunt clipper circuit. During the positive half cycle, the diode D is forward biased and the diode acts as a closed space. This causes the diode to conduct heavily. This causes the voltage drop across the diode or across the load resistance RL to be zero. Why? Because it is open. So, cut heavily, resistance RL to be zero. Thus, output voltage during the positive half cycle is zero. As shown in that output waveform, during the negative half cycles of the input signal voltage, the diode D is reverse biased and behaves as an open space. Consequently, the entire input voltage appears across the diode or across the load resistance RL. If R is much smaller than RL, actually the circuit behaves as a voltage divider with an output voltage of RL by R plus RL. So that is V maximum is equal to minus V maximum when RL is greater than R. Next, negative diode clipper. Okay, so the negative clipping circuit is almost same as the positive clipping circuits. Only one difference. So what is the difference? If the diode in figure A and B is reconnected with the reversed polarity, the circuit will become for a negative series clipper and a negative shunt clipper respectively. So please practice the positive series clipper. Automatically you can learn the negative diode clippers. Only the diode will changes, that's all. Once you understand the positive diode clipper, automatically you will understand the negative diode clipper. Why? Because only change the polarities of the diode, automatically you will get in the negative diode clippers. Okay, next. So here different circuit diagrams are there. Figure A, anode is connected to the power supply and the cathode is maintained at a ground potential. During the positive half cycle, the output voltage V0 is equal to V in minus VD volts. V in means input voltage. VD means diode across the voltage. So during the negative half cycle, output voltage V0 is equal to 0 volts. Because of that is open. That means there is no voltage drop across the load resistor. So next, in figure B, cathode is connected to the power supply through a resistor R and the anode is maintained at a ground potential. So here, once you connected like that, what will happen in circuit diagram? Let us say now. During the positive half cycle, output voltage V0 is equal to Vn. Because of that is the switch is closed. So whatever you have input volt, for example, 5 volts you have the input volt. So same 5 volts will also appear at output side because that is a closed switch. During the negative half cycle, output voltage V0 is equal to minus Vd volts. So across the diode, because of the open, so there is no voltage drop across the diode. Next. So biased positive clipper and biased negative clipper. Biased, please to remember, biased means compulsory battery will connected. Biased. A biased clipper comes in hand when a small portion of positive or negative half cycles of the signal voltage is to be removed. when a small portion of the negative half cycle is to be removed. It is called a bias negative clipper. In a biased clipper, when the input signal voltage is positive, the diode is reverse biased. This causes it to act as an open switch. Thus, the entire positive half cycle appears across the load, as illustrated by the output waveform figure A. When input signal voltage is negative but does not exceed the battery voltage V, so the diode remains reverse biased and most of the input voltage appears across the output. When during the negative half cycle of the input signal, the signal voltage becomes more than the battery voltage V. So the diode is forward biased and so conducts heavily. The output voltage is equal to minus volts and stays at minus V volts. As long as the magnitude of the input signal voltage is greater than the magnitude of battery voltage V. Thus, a bias negative clipper removes the input voltage when the input signal voltage becomes greater than the battery voltage. Please to remember. So, whenever the input voltage is greater than the battery voltage, clipping can be changed by reversing the battery and diode connections as illustrated in figure B. Okay. Next, different clipping circuits. So here, different clipping circuits are there. Positive clippers, negative clippers, and positive bias clippers, and negative bias clippers. Different circuits. Next, combinational clippers. Here, combination when so different diagrams are there. So combination positive clippers and negative clippers. These two are combined. That is called combinational clippers. So in previous, positive clippers and negative clippers. So in this one, these two are combined, combination clippers. So when a portion of the both positive or negative of each half cycle of the input voltage is to be clipped or removed, combination clipper is employed. The circuit for such a clipper is given in the figure above. The action of circuit is summarized below. For a positive input voltage, positive input voltage signal, when the input voltage exceeds the battery voltage plus V1, diode D1 conducts heavily, while the diode D2 is reverse bias and so voltage plus V1 appears across the output. This output voltage plus V1 stays as long as the input signal voltage exceeds plus V1. On the other hand, for the negative input voltage signal, the diode D1 remains reverse biased. And the diode D2 conducts heavily only when input voltage exceeds battery voltage V2 in the magnitude. Thus, during the negative half cycle of the output stays at minus V2 so long as the input signal voltage is greater than the minus V2. Applications of clippers. Clippers find wide application in television receiver for separating synchronous signal, composite picture signals, and also in television transmitters at the time of processing signal. Clippers are also employed for different wave generations such as a trapezoidal, square, rectangular waves. Series clippers are employed as noise limiters in FM transmitters by clipping excessive noise peaks above the specified levels. Diode clipping circuits are used to eliminate amplitude noise or voltage spikes, voltage regulations, or they produce the new waveforms from an existing signal such as a squaring of the peaks of a sinusoidal waveform to obtain rectangular waveform. The diode clipper can be used for the protection of different types of circuits. For example, digital circuit against the transients, which may cause consideration damage. The arrangement shown in the figure in this diagram. So how to use clipper circuits for getting the square waves. So when a transient takes place in the input line as shown in the figure given below, diode D2 gets forward biased and starts conducting. The transient is shorted to ground and the circuit is protected from the damage due to the transient. Next, drawbacks of series and shunt diode clippers. In a series clippers, when the diode is in off position, there will be no transmission of the input signal to output. But in case of high frequency signals, transmission occurs through the diode capacitance, which is undesirable. So this is the drawback of using the diode as a series element in such a clippers. Next drawback. In shunt clippers, when a diode is in the off condition, transmission of input signal should take place to output. But in case of high frequency input signals, diode capacitance affects the circuit operation adversely and the signal gets attenuated. That is, it passes through diode capacitance to ground. Next, clamping circuits. So in previous, clipping circuits are over. So now clamping circuits. So what is the clamping? That is very, very important. A clamping circuit used to place either the positive or a negative peak of a signal at a desired level. The DC component is simply added or subtracted from the input signal. The clamper is also referred to as an IC resistor and AC signal level shifter. Okay. So here clampers also sometimes called the IC resistors and AC signal level shifter. Okay. So here clampers overview. For a clamping circuit, at least 3 components. So in clipping circuits, 2 components, diode and resistors. But in case of clamping circuit, 3 components are required. First one, diode. Next, capacitor and resistor are required. Diode, capacitor and resistor. 3 components are required in clamping circuits. But in case of clipping circuits, only diode and resistors. Okay. So sometimes an independent DC supply is also required to cause an additional shift. The important points regarding clamping circuits are the shape of the waveform will be the same, but its level is shifted either upward or downward. So whatever we have the input signal, for example, AC signal. That AC signal same appear at output side, but that AC signal is a shift to the upward and downward. That is the main objective of the clamping circuit. Next point. So there will be no change in the peak to peak or RMS value of the waveform due to the clamping circuit. Thus, the input waveform and the output waveform will have the same peak to peak value, that is a 2 volts max. This is shown in the figure above. It must also be noted that same readings will be obtained in the AC voltmeter for the input voltage and the clamped output voltage. Okay, next. So there will be a change in the peak and the average values of the waveform. In the figure shown above, the input waveform has a peak value of 2 max, Vmax, and the average value over a complete cycle is 0. The clamped output varies from 2 volts maximum and 0, or 0 and minus 2 volts maximum. Thus, the peak value of the clamped output is 2 volts maximum, and the average value is a Vmax. So the values of the resistor R and capacitor C affect the waveform. The values for a resistor R and capacitor C should be determined from the time constant equation of the circuit. That is the T is equal to RC. The values must be large enough to make sure that the voltage across the capacity does not change significantly during the time interval. The diode is non-conducting. In a good clamper, the circuit time constant is equal to RC. Should be at least 10 times the time period of the input signal voltage. Okay. So here our main object of the clamper to shift upward or downward. A clamper circuit adds the positive or negative DC component to the input signal so as to push it either on the positive side or on the negative side. Please to remember the very, very important point. So positive clamper. This circuit will be called positive clamper. When signal is pushed upward circuit, when the signal moves upward, as shown in the figure A, the negative signal coincides with the zero level. Okay. So please all of you see this one, waveforms. Next one, negative clamper. The circuit will be called negative clamper when the signal is pushed downward by the circuit. When signal is pushed on the negative side, as shown in figure B, the positive peak of the input signal coincides with the zero level. This unbiased, positive clamping unbiased. During the positive half cycle, the voltage across the output terminals becomes equal to the sum of the input voltage and capacitor voltage. Considering the capacitor as initially full charge. During the negative half cycle of the input signal, the diode starts conducting and charges the capacitor rapidly to its peak input value. Thus, the waveforms are clamped towards the positive direction as shown in below figures. With positive, a positive reference voltage, VR means reference voltage. A positive reference voltage is added in a series. The diode of the position shown in circuit during the positive half cycle of the input, the diode conducts as initially the supply voltage is lesser than the anode positive reference voltage. If once the cathode voltage is greater than the anode voltage, then the diode stops conduction. During the negative half cycle, the diode conducts and charges the capacitor. The output is generated as shown in the figure with negative reference voltage. The direction of reference voltage is reversed, which is connected in series with the diode, making it as a negative reference voltage. During the positive half cycle of the diode will be non-conducting, such that the output is equal to the capacitor voltage and input voltage. During the negative half cycle, the diode starts conduction only. After the cathode voltage value becomes lesser than the anode voltage, thus the output waveforms are generated as shown in the below figure. Next, unbiased, negative clamping unbiased. During the positive half cycle, the input diode is in forward bias. And as the diode conducts, capacitor gets charged up to peak value of the input supply. Next, during the negative half cycle, reverse does not conduct and the output will become equal to the sum of the input voltage and the voltage stored across the capacitor with the positive reference voltage. It is similar to the negative clamper, but the output waveform is shifted towards the positive direction by a positive reference voltage. As the positive reference voltage is connected in series with the diode during the positive half cycle, even though the diode conducts, the output voltage becomes equal to the reference voltage. Hence, the output is clamped towards the positive direction as shown in the figure below. Okay? With the negative reference voltage. By inverting the reference voltage direction, the negative reference voltage is connected in series with the diode as shown in the figure below. During the positive half cycle, the diode starts conduction before zero. As the cathode has a negative reference voltage which is lesser than that of zero and the anode voltage, and thus the waveform is clamped towards the negative direction by the reference voltage value. So here different clamping circuits are shown in this one. So here the different clampings are positive clamping and negative clamping, unbiased clamping, biased clamping. So here different clamping circuits are shown in this. Applications of clampers. The complex transmitter and receiver circuitry of television clamper is used as a baseline stabilizer to defend sections of the luminance signals to present levels. Clampers are also called as a direct current resistors as they clamp the waveforms to be fixed DC potential. So these are frequently used in test equipment, sonar and radar systems. For the protection of the amplifiers from the large error signals, clampers are used. Clampers can be used for removing the distortions. For improving the overdrive recovery time, clampers are used. Clampers can be used as voltage doubles or voltage multipliers. Next, there are also find applications in storage counters, analog frequency meter, capacitance meter, divider, and a staircase waveform generator. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this video.